The Pakistan Cricket Board, or the PCB, is facing new challenges in its bid to host the ICC Champions Trophy 2025, as the future of the tournament is clouded by uncertainty over India's participation. After the ICC informed the PCB that the Board of Control for Cricket in India has not received permission from the Indian government to send the team to Pakistan, the PCB has demanded a formal written confirmation from the BCCI along with a clear justification for their inability to travel. Originally scheduled to kick off on February 19, 2025, the tournament will now take place across three Pakistani cities: Lahore, Karachi and Rawalpindi, with the final match set for March 9th. However, the PCB's insistence on receiving official documentation from the BCCI only adds to the growing uncertainty. The ICC's communication last Friday revealing that India's participation was still in doubt came just 3 days before what was supposed to be the official launch event in Lahore, which has since been postponed. The question remains whether India will participate in the Champions Trophy in Pakistan, or if a hybrid model allowing India to play its matches outside the host nation will be introduced or not. However, the PCB has firmly rejected any possibility of a hybrid format for the tournament. Senior officials have stated that the entire event will be held in Pakistan as initially planned, with no alternative venues like the UAE being considered. Despite mounting speculation and discussions about logistical and security concerns, the Pakistani Cricket Board continues to stand firm on its position. A PCB official made it clear that there is no chance of a hybrid model being adopted, even as the BCCI faces increasing pressure from the Indian government. The postponement of the 100-day countdown event reflects the mounting challenges facing the Pakistan Cricket Board as it works to ensure the tournament proceeds as scheduled. The PCB remains resolute, but the unresolved status of India's participation continues to hang over the preparations. With the Pakistani government now heavily involved in the decision-making process, the fate of the Champions Trophy may no longer rest solely with PCB. As PCB chairman Mohsin Naqvi, also the country's interior minister, has made clear the decision to host the tournament entirely in Pakistan has broader political and diplomatic implications. The PCB feels aggrieved after agreeing to a hybrid model for the Asia Cup in 2023 under the hope that India would reciprocate by visiting Pakistan for the Champions Trophy. Given the strong governmental backing, the PCB insists it has the right to host the tournament as promised, a sentiment reinforced by the fact that the Champions Trophy was awarded to Pakistan 3 years ago without any objections from the ICC or BCCI at that time. As the deadline for the tournament approaches, the PCB is now pushing for clarity, with the countdown event already delayed and political tensions escalating. The future of the tournament and Pakistan's role as host now hinges on a final decision from the BCCI and Indian government. As of now, the PCB is awaiting a formal response from the BCCI and ICC. With less than 3 months until the tournament's start date, the PCB is under increasing pressure to finalize arrangements. The challenges of security, political issues and scheduling conflicts must be resolved to ensure the event goes ahead. However, the growing involvement of the Pakistani government suggests that any further decisions on the Champions Trophy may not only involve the PCB but could also reflect broader national interests. For now, the PCB remains committed to hosting the 2025 Champions Trophy. But with major hurdles still to overcome, the future of the tournament remains uncertain. The clock is ticking, and only time will tell whether Pakistan will be able to deliver on its promise to host the prestigious international event.